All right, we ready to go? Let's get this party started. All right, so we are going to be starting with, let's go ahead and get the burgers out of the way first because they are going to be the ones that take us a little time. What I would suggest doing very first is go ahead and pull, you're going to want to pull a few slices or a few sheets of plastic wrap. I have that already off and ready to go because we're going to wrap these individually. And that way it makes it a little bit easier for when you are pulling them out. This is only going to make 4 burgers. So if you're wanting to do more burgers, you might want to make them smaller. I know, Tracy, you probably are doing a double or triple batch. Yep, so I figured you were. And I love that Tracy has one of those press to make her burgers. So if you have one of those are wonderful. Just put your plastic wrap down in it and so you can be ready to go. So we're going to put our ground beef first in a mixing bowl. Probably a medium-sized bowl is good. And then we're going to be doing 1 tablespoon of our classic ranch mix. And if you remember that our lid of our seasoning, the regular size seasoning jar, that's going to be 2 tablespoons. So if you fill that halfway full, that's all you need and to throw in there. Now, I want to warn you on the salt and the pepper because I feel like our classic ranch has a decent amount of sodium. They did lower the sodium content this last season. Yeah, I think it was a season ago. But I would just use that sparingly if you're going to salt and pepper anything. All right. And then we're just going to mix all those ingredients together.
I decided to put the Parmesan garlic instead of ranch in my burgers today.
Oh, I like it. Mix it up a little different. All right.
Kelly,
Yes,
I might have missed, do we only put ranch in here or is there something else in here too?
that's it. That's all we're
Okay.
going to do. And then when you make your burgers later, you will make a ranch aioli. No, is that for this one? I feel like it is. Yeah, you can make a ranch aioli for later to do for your burger, like for your buns. And I didn't have you cook the bacon up yet. I figure you can do that later. And some
Yeah.
people maybe even use microwave bacon. So you can do that later, like when you're ready to grill.
I'm gonna
And
mute
that's just
again
gonna be,
because
that's
it's
just a
loud in here.
topper. Yeah, that's just a topper
It started
for,
at 3, like from
Yeah.
3 to 7, so.
yeah, so that's just the topper on your, once the burgers are cooked, you're just gonna put that on, so. Yep, so Christina, how you doing? You're muted, just so you know. It's so hard
This
when
is
you're
all
muted.
new to me, so
Yeah, that's what I know, and I jumped right in and I didn't think to say a couple things for you.
that's okay.
So
I've
one
been
of the
talking to
things I'll-
Tracy all day.
Okay, so you're good then, you probably know because she's an expert. So I often say have a bowl, a large bowl that you can put your plastic bags down in as we work so that they don't tip over. But with this one, because it's making patties, I just figured throw your ground beef in and then you're gonna put your seasonings in. And so that's all we're gonna be adding to this particular recipe. So, and what I usually do is my pound of ground beef, I split it in half, and then I take, that first half and split that in half, so you get the 2 burgers, and then take the other half, split that in half, and then you've got your 4 quarter pounders. So,
Yeah, I've actually already done it and I tripled the recipe as well. So
okay,
some are
that's
sitting
smart.
out for tomorrow and some are in the freezer already. But
Awesome! I love the way you think. Very good.
thanks.
All right. Well, we'll be getting ready for the second recipe here in just a few. Once everybody gives me their thumbs up, that's when we'll move on. And so, Tracy, I know you're in the middle of making patties, but on a typical week, how many hours does it take you to prep for the whole family?
I try to, like a couple weekends ago, I spent like the whole weekend just bulk cooking and making
Yeah.
meals and freezing them. Some of the ones we've done in the past that are favorites. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't cook every night, or well, I'm not even home to cook. So a lot of times I'll start it and my mom finishes it.
Yeah.
So but we'll cook always on Sundays and a few nights a week.
Right.
And so yeah.
That's awesome. And how do you know Christina?
Chris and I have known each other. Her kids went to date her,
Okay.
and we've been camping friends for 13 years at least.
No way. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I had her youngest daughter, Maggie, in my class.
Awesome.
It's been friends a long time.
Yeah. Leanne, when you are finished, I'd love to hear what grade everybody's going to, or what grade everybody's studying at this year.
So Arabella is 6th grade.
Oh my gosh. We've
Yeah,
been doing this a long time then that she's already in 6th grade.
yeah.
We have meal prepped a long time together.
And then
That's crazy.
Hezekiah is 1st grade.
Oh my goodness.
Adelaide's like pre-K, and Nevaeh, she just kind of
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is amazing. Mhm. Gina, you should make everybody help you. Everybody should have to do a dish. And then that way they'll appreciate all the meals that you have for them.
Yeah, they got to have, we had this, simply taste, what was the pulled pork that we did last time?
Perfectly tender pulled pork, I think.
Yeah, so I made
That's
that,
what you did
and then
this
I
time?
did our smoky, bacon barbecue ribs in the, Instapot and grill,
Yeah, love it.
so,
It's a good night. That sounds
Yep.
delicious.
which one are we doing next?
We are gonna do the perfectly Parmesan garlic chicken Alfredo.
Don't wait for me, Kelly,
Okay,
because I already got some other stuff that's part of it prepped.
okay. So this meal, I will tell you, is a delicious meal. One of the ladies on our team, every time we have a new season change, we do our taste and trends, and so everybody brings one of the new products to make. They've made it and they bring it, and then we all vote on our favorite savory dish and our favorite sweet dish for dessert. And so Kelly Kemper was our winner, and she had made this perfectly Parmesan garlic chicken Alfredo. Now we are doing pretty much the bare minimum on getting this one ready. There will be more. This is a little bit more intensive on the back end. Unlike most of the meals that we do, most of them are pretty quick and easy for you on the back end. But you'll be cooking pasta and you'll be sauteing your chicken and things. But I promise you, it is worth a little bit of extra work. But pick a night where, it's not like a busy, rushed evening. It probably would be a weekend dinner because you will have, it'll be a little bit longer on this one. But it's a delicious meal. So. All right. And then I know Tracy's still working on burgers.
Don't wait for me.
Chris is finished. Leanne, how you doing? You finished? Or almost?
Almost. I just did parchment paper instead of wrapping all of them, so I'm just getting it in there.
Okay, sounds great. Perfect.
Yeah.
And Chris, just a heads up, the reason that we do a lot of things like double bag is because when you pull them back out of your freezer, it's really nice to get as much air out as possible when you're sealing them, because the air is the enemy for all these meals. You'll end up with freezer burn really easily if you don't try to squeeze as much air out as possible. But the other thing is when they're defrosting in your fridge, I always warn people, I don't want something to have like poked a small hole in it and then it's leaking all over your refrigerator and you don't know it. So I know it's kind of crazy that we double bag things, but it is kind of for that protection. And then the other thing is it's great to, in addition to putting the title, like what the name of the meal is on the front of your bag, it's also great to do like the date that you made the meal. That way, if it gets kind of shoved underneath some other things and you're like, oh no, when did we make that? At least you'll know, like, hey, we made that in October of 2025 and it's still in my freezer in January, you know? So just so you know, those are just some tips. Sometimes I even suggest put a letter so you know what type of meal this is. So like the burgers, obviously, you know, grilling, but it doesn't have to be grilled. If you have an air fryer, you can do it in your air fryer or stovetop. This perfectly Parmesan garlic chicken Alfredo is definitely stovetop. So you could just do S for stovetop. So. And then Leanne, I know you asked me about the air fried turkey cutlets, but I put for the cooking instructions, I did add how you can do them in your oven or how you could do them in a skillet.
Okay, great.
So all those directions are there. So
That's the
all
way
right.
doing the, which one are we doing next again?
We are going to do the Alfredo. You need your 1.5 pounds of chicken breast that were cubed. And you probably have it in a quart size freezer bag. And that's what you want to get out next. And for this one, what we're going to do is we are simply going to be adding a 3/4 of a teaspoon of seasoned salt to that chicken, and then just kind of seal it, toss that so you get the seasoned salt, you know, over top of the chicken. And then I always open the bag and squeeze as much air out as possible, and we'll set that bag aside. And then we'll be ready to go to the second bag. Now, I know this one didn't have a cookbook, like, you know, one with all the pretty pictures and everything, because this is one I just put together based off of our wing night bundle. So I can send the recipes on to you. Like if you want the recipes that were set from Tastefully Simple, if you want me to do that, I'm happy to send those 5 recipes if you want to print them off and keep them, or if you like it just in this format, that's fine too. Just let me know what you all think at the end, and then I'll do that. So. All right.
What was it again? A teaspoon?
3/4 of a teaspoon.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a tiny bit. And again, like I said, just kind of like what Gina was doing, kind of shaking it, kind of massaging that chicken so that you got the seasoned salt kind of throughout, not just in one corner of the bag, is a good idea. So. And then this next one, I would highly recommend, this next quart size bag, I would highly recommend you having a bowl out so that you can set this down in the bowl, because you're going to be putting liquid. There you go. I love that. And we're going to do this in a quart size bag. You should be able to fit this in with a quart size bag with no problem. So, always, like I said, I remind everybody, fold the top of your bag down and over, so that way you get a good solid seal. You don't get any liquids on the seal itself, because we want to make sure that those are completely sealed. So, all right, let me know when you're ready to go on, and I will give you the next step. Thank you. I got 2 thumbs up. That's good. All right, so what we're going to need for the second bag, if you've already got your chicken seasoned with the seasoned salt, that bag is put aside now. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to put 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream into your quart size bag. Gina, you are so good. Look at you go. And Chris, I don't know if you heard me, but I would have a bowl that's sitting in at this time.
It was super like. She's like.
Yeah, I try to get it measured out before you just never know what's gonna come up.
No, it's, I'm like.
I have actually done a lot of these already.
Okay,
So,
sounds good.
Like, I was like.
when I've done them in the past,
Sending stuff.
so I was like not really sure exactly what I was supposed to wait on, but
No worries at all.
I'm already on the turkey. So,
Well, way to go. Okay, good for you.
but I did most of them already. So I was just trying
Yeah.
to figure out how you guys do it. So
Yeah.
sorry.
All right. No
I'm
worries.
new to
Yeah, you don't
this.
have to be sorry. No worries at all.
I cannot
Okay.
stand having my hands touch all this stuff.
So
And
you like to
so-
have it so you
I'm stressing a little bit right now, so I hope you can't see
Aw.
my face as I'm touching all of this stuff.
you have to you need to get some nice little glove like the
Oh,
food gloves.
that we will definitely be doing, because I think I've already gone through an entire Bath and Body Works thing of soap
Yeah,
today. So, but I
Yeah.
just hope you can't see my face. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You are totally fine. All right. So if you've got your cup and a half of heavy whipping cream in your bag, the next thing we're going to add to it is going to be a tablespoon and a half of the perfectly Parmesan garlic seasoning. So again, don't forget your cap is 2 tablespoons. So if you want a little bit more in there, feel free to add it. But it's just calling for a cup, or I mean, a 1.5 tablespoons. And I'm going to suggest that if you have like a spatula that you kind of swirl, that around so that that gets evenly, mixed into the heavy whipping cream. And then once you've got that in, then you're going to get, as much air out as possible, close that up. And those 2 quart-sized bags will go in your gallon-sized bag. And then that meal's finished. And if you have questions, let me know. I always love to hear which meal's going to be the first meal that you have. So I think I heard from Chris already. I think. Yep. Gina, have you been doing a lot of traveling down to see Leanne or anything? Or wanted for sports to see all the grandbabes play sports?
Um,
I guess so.
Mike and I went down to Lake Cumberland for our 40th anniversary just for the weekend. We
That's
stayed in the
cool.
lodge down there, the
I
state
love
park.
that. Yeah, I love that one.
Then the next weekend we went up to Fort Wayne. I had a nephew that got married.
Okay.
This weekend I had another nephew down here that got married.
You are a busy person.
Yeah, we were at Leanne's in August.
Okay.
We got to be there for her dad's birthday. She usually misses the birthdays, so it was
Aw.
nice.
It's so nice that you're in the same time zone as us too, Leanne,
Yeah.
compared to when you were all the way out on the West Coast.
You're looking for ice cream.
So one thing I will tell you about this particular recipe is when you make the linguine, make sure you read the cooking instructions, because you're going to keep some of the linguine water, because you're going to mix that in with the dish as you're making it, so that you have enough like liquid and everything. So just keep that in mind. All right.
Sorry for all the commotion.
Is that your mom behind you?
This is my mom.
Hi, Mom.
This is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
How are you?
I'm sorry, we're being a nuisance tonight.
No.
No, it's awesome. I love it. And now you'll know that this is what we do when we meal prep.
Lindsay, my
Hi.
daughter-in-law.
Hi,
She's
daughter-in-law.
married to Michael. This
Hi.
is Brooke, my other daughter-in-law. She's married to
Hello.
Zach.
Nice to meet you all.
Then Leanne's husband is Zach too, so.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna mute it again.
Okay. I won't keep asking you questions. All right. So if you've got those 2 quart-sized bags, please make sure those go into your gallon-sized bag. And then again, get as much air out as possible. Put that one off to the side. Don't forget, I do like to remind people to lay these flat. That way they don't take up as much room in your freezer. That way when they're frozen, kind of move them around. So, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our slow cooker barbecue short ribs is our next meal that we're going to make. And you probably already have your 3 pounds of beef short ribs, or 2 pounds of the boneless country style beef rib. So I put all that in there so you can pick and choose what kind you want because everybody likes different cuts of meat. Okay, so that should be in a gallon-sized bag, and then go ahead and get that open and into your bowl. We're going to be adding a decent number of things to this bowl or this bag. So. And again, make sure you fold the top down of the seal so that it's nice, wide, and open. Tracy, I already see you are like moving. Are you doing a triple batch of those turkey cutlets too? Or double?
I don't know. I mixed a double batch of everything.
Yeah.
Here in Cincinnati, have you ever bought turkey line from Cops out in Harrison?
No.
So they sell nice size boxes of turkey loins, and they're like $15 right now. They used to be 10.
Really?
It's still 15, and so
Still a great part.
it's like there's 2 loins, and there were 13 packs in this box. So
For $15?
$15, yes, and they're good.
What?
Yeah. So
Wow.
so I think Dave pounded out 10, and he cut them in half. So a bunch.
It's kind of hard to pound them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But I'll put them in 2 bags, and it'll probably be 2 meals.
yeah, that's awesome though. That's cool. Thanks for teaching me about that. I'll have to get some more information on that from you because that's actually really cool. All righty. So with this one, is everybody ready for the short ribs? We're good on that? Okay. So for this one, what we're going to do first is we're putting 2 teaspoons of the seasoned salt in with the meat. And all of this is going to go in with the meat, but first we're going to just kind of, put that in and kind of get that all zhuzhed up on the meat so that the seasoned salt is mixed in and on the ribs, and then we'll add the other ingredients to it. So we are going to be doing some chopping here if you haven't already done that. So we are going to be using an onion, a medium onion, 2 carrots, and 2 ribs of celery when you get a chance to get those out and washed up. And just so everybody knows, our next meal prep class is going to be on November 9th. I know that's a little closer in, but with Thanksgiving, I figure people start getting kind of busy right around there. So I thought we would do it a couple weeks before Thanksgiving week. But I do have a question for all of you to think about. Originally, I was going to do it as a taco, like all Tex-Mex meals, but I don't know how popular that is, if that's something that people would want. Or I know we talked about doing soups in December. I don't know if you'd prefer to do soups in November. So I'm up for whatever you want to do. I'll run with it either way. And since the 4 of you are on here, you get to have the say of what we're doing next. So yeah. So just something to keep in mind. So all right. So if you have your meat all mixed up, you want to be chopping up or slicing up 1 medium onion and then throw that on in the bag. And Chris, you already have this one finished too, right? Okay, cool. I just want to verify. Okay. And then Gina, looks like you are probably already chopped, aren't you? Chopped and sliced. Okay. Oh, and Leanne, you look like you have stuff already chopped and sliced too. Way to go.
Yeah, my mom, she did all the shopping for me this time.
Well, we need to have her there every single time, don't we?
Yeah. I'm
Does
probably
she
gonna
live in?
jump off after this one because
Yeah.
Leanne, plug your ears, but my mom and dad made homemade ice cream. And so we're gonna have homemade ice cream.
That's just terrible.
So rude.
I
What flavor? What
Vanilla.
flavor?
It's
Vanilla.
vanilla. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Sorry, honey. We're
Fine.
getting to do it the next time you're here.
Do your parents live in town, Gina?
No, they live in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. Right. All right. And then we want to have 2 celery ribs sliced up and thrown in the bag. And then, should I keep going or are we waiting? Do we need? Leanne, you're finished. Okay. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually, in this bag, we're gonna also put 14.5 ounces of beef broth. So if you have 1 can of beef broth, or if you have to measure that out, you're gonna put that in the bag. And then also 3/4 of a cup of the smoky bacon barbecue sauce. And that's the last thing we're gonna put in that bag. We'll seal it and then mix that all up.
Forgot about that. That goes in this bag.
Yes, all that's gonna go in that bag, but then we do have a quart-sized bag that we're gonna add the rest of the sauce to.
You don't have to go under there. It's okay.
It would be seen. It can be seen on your screen.
That's funny. Leanne, what are you guys, or I mean, Gina, what are you gonna make first? Which meal are you gonna make?
I'm just leaving the hamburgers out to grill tomorrow.
Okay,
How much are we putting in?
3/4 of a cup. And then everything else, Gina, that's all gonna go, whatever's left, you can put in a quart-sized bag. And that will be at the very end. You'll mix that with some of the juice from the ribs and then make like a dipping glaze for that.
Oh, after you cook it?
Yeah. Yep, so anything that's left, once this bag is sealed, get a quart-sized bag out and put the rest of your smoky bacon barbecue in there. And the tip is always, when you're trying to get like the sauces out of a quart-sized bag, cut the tip of like one of the corners, and then you can kind of squeeze, slide it all, mush it all down and squeeze out of the one corner. Makes it a little easier to get out. So
After all these years of doing this, I finally did that this last time. I was like, I feel like I'm wasting so much sauce.
I know over the years, it's so much easier to do it that way.
And I'm
Yeah, I
like,
don't know why.
Why did I just sound sure?
I feel bad that I've never really said it.
Well, you might have, and I just.
I don't know. Sometimes I've made it, but I'm, a lot of times I don't even think to do it and they'll say, oh, whoops, that would have been good. So
Look it up.
What's up or how's it going?
and then once you have just the rest of the sauce in the quart-sized bag, seal that up and you're gonna put both of those, the gallon-sized bag and the quart-sized bag, in your labeled short rib bag, and then close that up and we're done with that meal.
You think if I'm gonna make this on Tuesday, it'd be fine to just leave it in my fridge? Since
I
it's
think it would be.
I think so.
Because you just shopped for it today, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think so.
I didn't look at the date. I
I
know
would leave it out myself.
Yeah, I would.
you nice.
And I
of
think
me.
your veggies will still be fine, so yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Because you'll be putting it in probably, it's a 6 to 8 hour cook on the slow cooker. So, I mean,
Yep.
it's not even 48 hours that you're gonna be, well, I mean, you'll
Yeah.
have it in the
Actually,
morning probably, so. Yeah.
Tuesdays are my slow cooker days.
Ah, smart.
And
Well,
then
that's the other option, that's the other option we could do for November, is we could do that, the meals that we made last time, that was actually my friend put that meal kit together, and there's 5 more freezer meals like that we just didn't do. We only did 5 of the meals. So that's the other option we could do, is another 5. slow
That
cooker.
actually might be good because of the holidays and trying to be
Yeah,
busy.
yeah. Do you think we should do soup first, or should we do the slow cooker meals in November and then see if anybody even wants to do one in December.
Sure, whatever.
I see Chris going, yay. Slow cooker, it sounds like we
It's
might need to
nice to
go.
have the slow cooker meals that you can just, because
Mhm.
from now on, it's like go to work, run around, shop,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
And you already know you have it done and it's ready,
Yeah.
it's being made in your, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I think we should change the Tex-Mex to slow cooker again, if you all are good with that.
That's my opinion though. It doesn't, everybody doesn't have to.
Leanne, what do you think?
I'll go with whatever. That sounds fine.
Okay, and Chris, I think was giving me thumbs up for slow cooker. Was that, and
I would rather do slow cooker and then do the soups like more in January, December,
okay,
or December, January.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
good.
okay, so we'll do, I'll pull together that other slow cooker class for November. And then in November, we'll decide if we're gonna do one for December or if it's gonna be too busy. Or if you all wanna do cookie workshop with me.
We can
Um,
do that. No, we
do
can
that
get the ice
too.
cream out. I'm gonna jump off of here.
Yeah. All right, let me know when you're ready to move on, Leanne, and good, okay.
All right, ladies,
Bye, Gina.
enjoy.
This will be recorded, so I'll make sure I send it out to you. I know you know how to meal prep the rest of them, but
Okay,
yeah, I'll still send it to you, so.
all right. Thank
right.
you. Leanne, I'll talk to
Sure.
you in a little while. All right,
Thanks for
Bye.
jumping on, Gina. Tell everybody I said hi.
all right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right,
get off of here.
so we are gonna move on over to, let me just ask you a quick question. Christine and Tracy, have you done the tacos yet?
I put the chicken together, yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say maybe we could jump into that and then do the cutlets last.
That's fine. I'm
And
just working
then
on my
that way-
cutlets now. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what I have
Or
left
we
to
can-
do.
yeah.
No,
Because
it's
the next
fine.
one, the tacos are really fast. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like put some season or put some oil in the bag, and then in the other one, put the Old Buffalo Ranch, and you're done.
Great.
So why don't we do that one, and then Leanne will move into turkey cutlets last, and then we'll be good to go. How's that?
Okay, cool.
All right. So, is anybody doing shrimp or are y'all doing chicken? So Tracy's doing chicken. Leanne, are you shrimp or chicken? I couldn't see it.
Chicken.
Chicken. Chris, did you do shrimp or chicken? Chicken or shrimp? I don't know.
Chicken.
Chicken. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. All right. So with the chicken, just a heads up on this. So they suggest doing the street tacos. So like if you're doing 6 servings, it would be 3 street tacos per person. If you don't want to dice your chicken up any small, like if you're like, you know what, I didn't have time to cut chicken that tiny for street tacos, you can always just get the bigger tortillas, for bigger tacos and just not have, 3 street tacos each. So I do believe this makes, oh, sorry. Sorry, everyone. Whenever I make street tacos, I end up having way more than what they say it makes. So just keep that in mind. But this one's real simple. We're gonna do a tablespoon of olive oil into the chicken, and then just kind of zhuzh that around, have it sealed, and then get as much, open it back up, get air out, and then set that aside. And that's all you're gonna do for that first bag. And then I'll give you the next step. And I just ended up doing it this way. That way you're not having to get oils out when it's time to, throw this in the skillet. It just makes it easier. It's already got that ready to roll. So. And then for and that was in a quart size bag. And then we're going to go to a second quart size bag, and we're going to put 1/3 of a cup of the Bold Buffalo Ranch sauce in a second bag. So I'm going to say that if you think, you know what, we really want more of that sauce, you can add a little bit more. The other thing is once it's all cooked up, you can just drizzle a little on top of whatever toppings you put on your tacos. So. And again, cut the corner of your bag so you get all the sauce out like Leanne and I were talking about. And that's that meal. So it's pretty simple. I probably would serve this one with some like cilantro rice or yeah, probably just do some rice with it or a side salad. So. And let me know when you're ready to move on to the next one. Just let me know when you're ready, Leanne.
I'm good. I'm ready.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to make her feel rushed. Okay, so we're gonna jump over to then are you doing turkey cutlets or are you doing chicken?
I am doing chicken.
Okay, perfect.
Got
Um,
like big thing for chicken. I'm like, I'm just gonna do all chicken so I can just get
Yeah.
one thing of it.
yeah, it makes it easier. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so what we're gonna do for this one is we're actually gonna take the chicken out. So if you have like a cutting mat or something that you can work on, we're gonna need that out because we're gonna put seasoning on it. And then we're gonna need two, if you like you see Tracy's got her two dishes out because we're gonna do an egg wash and then we're gonna do a mix of some of the different seasonings and the panko crumbs. So
I just need to crack 2 eggs. Is that what it was?
yes, 2 eggs in the for one of the pans or for one of the dishes, and then in the other dish, just let me know when you're ready for the other dish.
What was it? The other dish was pink. How much? pink?
The second dish is going to be a cup of panko breadcrumbs and 3/4 of a cup of the perfectly Parmesan. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan grated cheese or shredded cheese. Was it shredded, Tracy? Or did you do
I
grated?
bought shredded and then I ended up like squishing it in the bag to mince it a little more so it would stick better.
Okay, so
Oh.
whatever you
whatever you
got,
got.
Leanne. So whatever your Parmesan, you get Parmesan cheese, you want 3/4 of a cup of that. And like she said, she minced, swished it together.
I gotta remember where I put my breadcrumbs. I just got it. I think somebody must have put it away.
Helpers.
You know, they had the Kinders. I love the Kinders barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
They have a new like panko blend. So I was like, oh, we'll try that out.
oh, that's cool. I sent, just so you know what I'm doing, I have a hostess that I sent something to all of her client or all of her guests. And I just realized it was the wrong link for her scroll and shop. So I'm quickly trying to fix my mistake. So that's why I'm not looking at all of you as I'm like, uh-oh, that went to the wrong thing. So I was like, that's a bummer. Don't you hate when that happens?
Okay, so I have a question, Kelly.
Sure, go ahead.
For the chicken, because the only one I hadn't made was the last chicken one.
Oh, yes,
The tacos.
yes.
You said something about if I wanted it to be like longer and not cubed, typically I would just shred it. So
That's
could I
fine.
just like cut my chicken in strips and stick it in a
Yeah.
bag and we'll be good, right? No big
Yeah,
deal.
you're fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, do what makes it work for you. I had said diced because with the street tacos, they're kind of small. And so I was afraid that if we had just big cubes of chicken, it might be hard to get that on the little taco shells,
Okay.
But yeah, you can make strips, you can, however, whatever you like to do with yours. I love shredded chicken. That's how I like to do it mostly. But
That's typically how we do
yeah.
ours too. So, but
Yeah.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, good. Thanks for asking the question.
Mhm.
And now I'm gonna send this out, and Leanne, were you able to get, and what, the last thing that you have to put in your mix on the second one is 1 tablespoon of your classic ranch seasoning. So the panko breadcrumbs, the Parmesan, and then half of a cup of the seasoning. And then I just like to mix all that together. And then, but our first step for the chicken, before you're doing all the chicken in those washes, it suggests that you sprinkle the chicken with 1 tablespoon of classic ranch. So you basically have split your 2 tablespoons into 1 into the pan or into the dish and 1 on the chicken. Hope that makes sense. Leanne, did you have colder weather today?
No, it was warm. I have a sweater on for whatever reason. I don't know.
It's chilly here now that it's actually kind of rained all day. But I love it.
Like a high 76, but it was super windy today. So it was nice.
All right. But at least when it's super windy, it feels cool. Are you guys
Yeah.
right at the beach in Virginia Beach?
We are like a 20-minute drive to like the ocean front. Yeah.
Okay.
We're in Virginia Beach, but that's like a town of itself too.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't really know for sure.
And the kids, when we first got here, took it a while. They're like, let's go to Virginia Beach. I'm like, we're in Virginia Beach.
That's what I was like. I didn't know. I was like, is there a beach right there?
My oldest daughter lives in Suffolk,
Oh, okay.
real close to you.
Yeah, super close. We looked, we would love to live out there, but it's just too far of a drive for my husband to go to work.
And how long will he be there at that base?
We'll be here until probably mid 2027.
Okay. That's a decent amount of time. I feel well, but you were in 2 years at all the other places too, right?
Yeah. So we're here for like 3 years, and then we were in Washington for about 4.5 years each time that we were there.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's how. I didn't realize it was that long. That's crazy to me. We have known each other a long time then, because
I
you
didn't
were
realize
living.
that.
Where were you living before you went to Washington?
Northern Virginia.
Okay, so we already had met by then.
Oh, really?
I
Oh.
feel like we had.
Wow.
Because maybe just at the very beginning, but I feel like you were just moving out to Washington State.
Okay, yeah.
And it was Washington, right?
We moved
Or was
there. We moved there in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Wow. How is that possible? Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes.
That's good. You still have homework to do tonight? She's like, "Heck no."
Lucky me.
Chris, do you teach also? Or I know you camp together, but do you teach too? By chance? Everybody's a teacher.
I'm a teacher's assistant, so I just
Okay, but
help.
but you're in the schools. You're still teaching.
She's
Yes,
not giving
and I'm-
herself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know what teachers aides, yeah, you can say assistant, but you're still doing just as
I
much,
was
so.
gonna say she's not giving herself enough credit.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm very grateful that I have Tracy as my help. So, because unfortunately, schools just Tracy's a few and a far between anymore. So,
Yeah.
I'm a
But-
dinosaur, is what she's saying.
I was like that until I left 7 years ago, and then I was like, no.
Well, I've told you, I strive to be the Kelly Wenzel of Southeast Indiana.
There you go.
uh,
You go, girl. You can do it. You can do it.
okay. So, what is the Kelly of Indiana?
Quit teaching and
Oh.
Just do my
Gotcha.
tastefully
tastefully
business.
simple and also
Work in the
Here's-
boutique. Yeah,
So
work
up
in,
your alley.
work in my friend's boutique here and there. So
Well, she's got the winery, so
yeah, I know.
and
Leanne,
she's
she,
incredibly talented on everything that she does. So,
yes, I know. How is it going? And do you still have your stuff set up at the winery?
Yeah.
Is it selling at all?
A few, not
Yeah.
a whole lot, but we should be
We'll
scheduling
start getting busier.
a
Yeah.
bingo, a little sip and shop where we do vendors and play bingo, and
Mhm.
so we should be
Yeah.
setting that up soon.
Leanne, I didn't say it, but I would suggest wrapping those in parchment or plastic wrap, but I figure you kind of know that already.
Yeah, like individually, right?
Yeah, I would. Otherwise, all your breading's going to be off all over the bag.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I figured I'll do these plastic wrap. Was the last one, but the burgers was like, I'm just gonna stick these on parchment paper and call it a day.
yeah. Yeah, and these are the meals. And then I sent the second email out with the cooking instructions. So you have those. And then, like I said, we'll do anybody that can make it. It'll be November 9th, same place, same time, 7 to 8. And because it's already made, I'll get it out to you a lot sooner than I did this one. But yeah, so. And then we'll get some more slow cookers going, and that'll be a good thing.
Thank you.
Sure. And I can't wait to hear what you think of the meals. Always love to know that. So,
Yes, such a help throughout the busy week.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, with all those lessons that everybody's working on.
We don't have to wait for me to be done. My fingers are. So
Yes, okay.
you guys need to go. Just
This is one of those that is kind of like, I should have said grab a fork. It might have been easier, but it's definitely,
I'm,
poor Chris, this is the one she comes to, and then she's having to touch meat like that and eggs and
all
you made it
good.
through. You're doing great. You're doing great.
All good. I'm done now. It's
Yeah.
done.
And
like
look, you got,
oh,
I know that you just started earlier than us, but really we're completely finished like in less than an hour. So it is
Yeah.
kind of fun, you know.
Yeah, it's nice. And if my oldest daughter would have been here, it would have been better because she would have done it with me.
Yeah, there you go. Next
She
time.
got called to soccer, so she went to.
Uh,
So.
keeps you busy.
Well, she's 24. My youngest
Oh, wow.
is 16, so
Okay.
I'm just never home, and they tell me all the time how I'm never home. So I thought I'll just do this, and then that way they at least can't yell at me for not having dinner.
Exactly. Yep. And then the next ones will be even easier because you'll put them in your slow cooker and then go and you'll be on the run and they can just grab them out of there and be good to go. So
They'll be cooking these as well.
yes, good, good. You prepped, they cook, somebody else has to wash the dishes. So
there you go.
That would be nice, but that'll never happen. Nobody does dishes in this house but me.
Aw.
So when they'll stack for days before
oh
somebody does them.
no.
And yeah.
My
So
husband and I, we just, because it's just the two of us, we wash them as we go. So
that's,
there's like never any pile up. Because
well,
it's like, oh, wash your own dish.
there
You
you
get
go.
breakfast, make sure you wash your own dish, so yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That is
my
the benefit
husband
of
right
there
now,
only being two.
yeah, my husband works long hours right now as well, and I am working a lot right now. So
Yeah.
it, it would be a little better if we
Yeah.
were home, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's only for a short time.
Well, that's good. What does he do?
He's an